mic wasn't on. Oh wait, this is actually not where I am in the game. Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Here we are. So what happened was yesterday, here's a fun story. Yesterday I was streaming. The reason why I had to reload just now, I forgot. Yesterday I was streaming and my computer turned off. Like I streamed for like 10 minutes. I got to that hermit lady and my computer just shut off. And I was like, what? Why my computer shutting off? And I turned it back on again. It just like shut off. It was weird. And I turned it back on again, and I was just using it normally. And during the stream, I was kind of sleepy, so I thought, well, maybe I'm sleepy, and I mean, it's kind of weird, but I was like, maybe I'm sleepy, so I just, I don't know, didn't notice something update or something, and I thought maybe I shouldn't stream. Like, that was maybe a blessing in disguise. So I stopped streaming, and then I was just using the internet and just reading some political stuff or whatever, and my computer turned off again. And I was like, what? And I thought maybe my graphics card was breaking somehow or something. Like, I don't know why. I had all these fears running through my head where I was like, oh no, like my computer is dead and I have to rebuild it or whatever. I don't know. I was really nervous. So I turned my computer back on. I waited like 10 minutes and then I turned my computer back on again and it was still working fine. And then I have this like cable that plugs my Xbox controller into my PC, and it's just kind of dangling here, and I don't really notice it that much, to be honest. Like when I play a game, I just pick up the controller, and the cable's long enough that it's fine. And what I didn't realize is that part of that cable had gotten stuck under my chair, and it was looped around just by that law of any cables you have behind your computer will tangle no matter what. If you don't have one of those nice, cable organizers. And somehow that cable got both, like, looped around my power cable for my computer and tucked under my chair. So what happened was over the course of like, I don't know, a year, I don't know how long my computer's been under my desk, but every time I would sort of scoot back a little bit, it would just like loosen the power cable just a little bit. And so when I went to like untangle it to kind of figure out what was going on with my computer, I immediately was like, oh, that's looped around the power cable. And when I went to lift the power cable, it just popped out like it wasn't even plugged in to the surge protector. And it made me laugh because like I didn't realize this, but like if your cable's just loosely touching, your computer will still power on, everything will be fine. And so I was just an idiot yesterday. Anyway, it's all rewired. Everything's fine. My stream shouldn't suddenly shut off. But I played this game for about 15 minutes, and I was so sleepy, and I gave this like intro that was kind of sleepy and whatever. So I just deleted the VOD because, let me try again. It's good to try again. So anyway, that's what happened. If in case for some reason you saw that thing while it was up for like an hour or so, yeah, so I'm just going to replay that because it's fine. All I did was I went to the meteor mining terraforming planet and did this hermit thing or whatever. You'll see. I'll do it right again. But anyway, in case this is blah, 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 in case this is your first time watching this for whatever reason, my name is Ben. I'm streaming this game, or streaming in general, because I'm kind of, I don't know. I was just going to play it anyway, but I thought maybe I would stream it just for, I don't know, just a record of me beating a video game or something. I don't have any delusions of grandeur. As a joke, I decided to play as Joe Biden because I don't like Joe Biden at all, and I think he's, he's kind of like what's wrong with the Democratic Party in terms of he's a, neoliberal centrist who, I don't know, I don't agree with him. I'm a leftist. Left is best, and he strikes me as not. Well, if he was president, it would be bad, I think. So, for various reasons, which I can go into, but whatever. Anyway, but one thing is that he's like corporate first. Like he's the kind of candidate that has worked a lot with corporations and done a lot to hurt the working class through legislation he's passed and written and worked on. So I decided to. I love Sam. I decided to, you know, play this game as Joe Biden just kind of as a joke. But what I didn't realize is this game is so corporate versus like the working class, and it's like corporations versus individuals, and so it just has so happened that playing as Joe Biden makes me like a very evil and like kind of, you know, kind of a horrible person, and it's been very, very funny. So anyway, I've given that spiel at the beginning of I think all of these videos, so sorry if it's blah 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 again, but all right, let's get started. Yeah, Outer Worlds with Joe Biden. These two are the best. Is he smoking a?
Enjoying some R&R?
Just enjoying some marinara? Alright, so let me just literally redo exactly what I did before. So we went to Scylla. I think? Scylla?
Destination reached. Scylla.
Godzilla? Hold on, my computer's all messed up suddenly. I mean, not like it was yesterday, but... all my windows are out of sync. Okay. Let's go. So I believe we take... I took the Vicar and Felix yesterday, and he was very funny. So let's take... who else could I take? Well, let's just take Felix again. That was... Sam would be funny too. Well, whatever. That's fine. We'll do it the way I did yesterday, so everything lines up, I guess. I wasn't really sure how to play this, especially if I'm like playing as Joe Biden. I'm not quite sure how a like ayahuasca dream quest is supposed to go. But oh wait, fast travel. So okay, last time I did this, I went here and I said loudly into the camera, "Oh, it's a good thing enemies don't respawn," and then like 50 enemies attack me. So let's kill these guys before that happens.
Easy now.
I don't even see. Where are they? Oh. Drones. Would you stand still? I'm trying to shoot you.
Hug your back, Captain. Yeah.
I gotta make a stealth weapon. My companions just tear it up though. It's almost ridiculous. Thanks, guys.
Oh, that's the last of him.
Appreciate it. Last time, these guys didn't really have any drops. Like, 2 of them are blank. Say that one. Oh, whatever. Okay. Oh. Sorry, I just killed a bunch of guys outside your house. Hold on, I wipe my nose. Oh, gross. Okay. Sorry. I'm so gross. My nose is running all the time. I have such allergies. Alright, let's just do this
What
again.
have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more dirt and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
Oh, I lost my Joe Biden photo, I just realized. Where's my Joe Biden photo? Hold on. Oh yeah, I like deleted all these random files on my computer, but I guess I deleted Joe Biden too. Do I have a picture of Joe? Oh, here he is. There we go. Okay, let's get him back on. All right. We're here. We don't have time for this. Why would I come here and say that?
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry. And the insights in that book
This
would
doesn't
take
make sense to
you
me.
years of
If you
study
need
to
to
fully
study something,
comprehend.
getting high and doing
I've
drugs
spent
is
my
not gonna
life in
it's not gonna help.
contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the
Unless
truth.
this is like Joe Rogan wrote this part of the game.
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients.
See, now I
some
thought
of
when I
which
first saw
can
this,
be fatal.
I
It
was
is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I guess we have to go gather all the ingredients. But then she's like, go in the back room, I have them.
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way. And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost. It's just drugs, Max. We ain't making you walk in front of a firing squad.
And like Felix.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense. It's waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Okay, so here's where I accidentally loaded the game before. Can I come into this room? I didn't even go. Oh, it's a bathroom. I keep walking into bathrooms going like, oh, bathroom. Cool. Alright, so here's this cool room. It's very, you know. I feel like I've been into a lot of people's houses and they look like this. Pretty deeply. In Berkeley, I should say.
Poor Maximilian. Maximilian, why are you still doing this? You've been fighting against the world since before you left home.
Every single...
Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
What's wrong, Max? Can't think straight? Now you know how I feel. Wait, forget I said that.
Last time I said I picked number 2. Let's try 1.
Don't tell me these drugs have warped your sense of truth, along with your face. Is it just me, or is everything a little wavy in here? Never mind. This is all lies, I'm sure of it. We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated... perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready
It's
to
not really
to laugh.
that dialogue option didn't change
Always
anything.
searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
You look inside yourself all the time, Max. But with your head buried up your posterior.
Felix is funny.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better... more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan, it filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I got your story right here. I'm Vicar Max. I'm uptight. I love the church, and I'm a stooge for the board. And I don't understand that Felix is a genius.
Oh, I was gonna say earlier that does every Obsidian, Bethesda, and BioWare game have to have a drug trip hallucination sequence? I feel like they rely on that way too much, but it's fun. I enjoy it every time, I guess, but still, they could kind of. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this will change, but I feel like they could, there doesn't always have to be a drug hallucination scene.
You want me to give up my discipline? My control? Oh, but I can't. I can't. Without order, there is chaos.
You need to love the chaos, Maximilian. Let it envelop you. Take you where it will. Besides, you really have no choice anyway.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything.
I want to date a girl with bright blue eyes, who seems like she's like an
This whole
alien from
thing
another
is-
planet.
It's just a farce.
That'd be fun.
Right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right. Hello, Max. What? Who? Why do you look
Nigga
like
Scott.
me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life.
I like that skin crawl effect.
Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Yeah, Max, why do you do that?
I don't know what to say. Thank you, Captain, but I don't know. Is it wrong to try to be a gooder, better person than I am? But that's not what you're doing, is it? You're desperately trying to find a story to organize reality in your head. A story to control everything. A new story of the happy you, the contented you. Me. That's not... It can't be right. I've only been searching for the answer to the equation because it will set us free, won't it? How? By removing the need to make any decision. To have your life completely controlled. The illusion of certainty.
Isn't that Darkseid's anti-life equation or whatever? Isn't that the same thing?
Who are you? I'm Max. Me! I'm real. You can't convince me otherwise. Please don't convince me I'm not.
Wow. Every time I ever wanted to get a book in French translated, instead of actually doing it, I just would take massive amounts of LSD, so, I'm totally with this.
Your individual self is what's not real. It is simply a concept. By the architect. Architect? How could I have believed in an architect? That's ridiculous. I must be losing my mind completely. What you're saying almost makes sense. We exist inside our thoughts, thinking we're in control. That's it, isn't it? We have no control over anything. It's all Lies. How could I not have seen this? But how do we escape ourselves?
This is wild. Oh, leave conversation.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
What?
I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing.
What?
Everything is perfect.
What is happening? Are you still gonna shotgun people when I hit the V button?
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand
This is
so
very
much
weird.
more now.
This is a weird mission. I
see
don't know about it.
All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality. Clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
I mean, I guess. I like all the, like,
I am
dismissive
content.
comments you can make.
I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
I mean, I guess you just did drugs once. Can we go back to drugs? Where's Felix?
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged.
Why did I get bits for that?
What's occupying your thoughts?
Are you like... Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
So... what?
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Can we get this book translated?
It is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves. How right you are. Words are overrated.
I don't... What it... Did I do that quest? Okay, that seemed very strange. Alright. I guess I... I don't know. I don't know what's happened. That seemed very weird. Do you want to chat with me, or... No? Alright, let's just go to the next quest, I guess. Ice Palace. Alright, this looks fun. Let's do this. Actually, is that guy still over there? Can I go talk to him? Oh, you can't fast travel there. Let's walk over there. Wow, I have 11,000 billion zillion dollars? Wow. When did that happen? Why are my weapons on level 18, but my armor is all like level 1? Did I miss something? What? Oh shit. Can I kill that thing?
fight on our hands. Nice hit! Out of my way!
I love Felix's attack is just kicking things.
Never anger a man of the claw.
I'm very happy that you're still just shooting stuff. What's attacking me?
Nice kill!
I was just getting started.
Felix's voice actor has a good, like, I'm tired kind of sound when he fights, which I like. Didn't I? I mean, I fought all these guys already, right? Did they just repopulate? So go to that lava flow in Emerald Vale too. And then I guess I'll turn the doctor in.
May you find peace in death.
Wow, that attack is OP, to say the least. Wow, my crew is like really pretty powerful. Alright, let's go. What? Where's that guy who was over here?
Incoming! Your life was merely an illusion anyway.
Your life was merely an illusion? Is that a new dialogue option because of the Hermit quest? Interesting. Is this where the... Must be.
Here I come.
He kicked him right in the butt.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
That's one down.
Nice. Creepy. Goodbye. Wait, over encumbered? Wait, what do I have? Oh, I never deposited all my stuff. Whoops. I deposited all of my stuff in the other playthrough. I think I have that fast travel perk, right? Can I? Yeah. Whoops. Whoops.
Oh, I did not expect you back so soon, Captain.
Go. Alright, so... I think I just stored that, right? Yeah. Oh, I bought all that stuff, didn't I? Wow, I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, that's fine. That's fine, you can all see me doing something very dumb. Alright. That's so dumb. I was like, I have 11,000, now I have 6 because I bought all that armor. Like an idiot. Alright, let's sell all of this armor. Actually, wait. There's some there is one thing I want to keep, which is... I think those are... Yeah, okay.
I've shut off the visual feed from my ocular inputs in the captain's quarters, so you're free to disrobe whenever you'd like.
Alright, so let's go to this place.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Do you think there's a vending machine there? Let's see. Okay, so I want to take her and her. I mean, well, Sam, they, and her. Let's go. What's the gender of a robot? I feel like most people probably just say he, but... Or it's probably depending on the voice, but...
It's quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
Oh yeah, right. Did I max everything out? Oh wait. Uh-oh, I really should not. I should go to a vending machine and come back. Oh, a mine? What? The distance on mines is insane. Vending machine? Vending machine? Vending machine? Shoot. Oh no, I really need to... Coolant tank. What? Sealed. Where did that come from? Behind your head. Oh shoot. Wait, where did that come from? Alright, I need to... Let's get out of here. I just need to sell all my stuff that I bought like an
Captain,
idiot.
if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix...
No, I don't want to talk to Elliot Felix. Let's go to Edgewater, because I have to do the
We're
volcano
now in
thing.
orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Let's take... Are these two, like... Are they, like... Are they, like, romantic? Are there romantic options in this game? I don't know. I need a vending machine. There we go. Okay, or... Actually... Where am I?
Did you hear? Ray has locked up some contraband. It's not the best choice.
It's Spacer's choice.
Music to my ears.
Alright. Let's not screw this up. Okay, almost back to 11, that's fine. What is weight? Value to weight ratio. Okay. Let's go there. Volcanic Summit. How's this guy doing? Can I talk to this guy?
What can I do for you? Go ahead. Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes.
I don't remember.
But that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse. And I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. The paranoia drove him to take his own life. It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect.
Jeez.
I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Okay, that was random, but I did that. Alright, let's get out of here.
Wish we had some better rations.
Why does it say restore power? Oh, because I'm on that mission. Let's switch to this real quick. Okay. Alright, the first time I played this, like, everyone here wiped the floor with me, but now let me just gun them all down. Yep.
Feel it.
Bullseye.
That
Yep.
was fun.
It's fun. I never looted these guys? What? That can't be right. Oh wait, those are the guys I just killed.
Heads up. Here we go.
I should have fast traveled, but it's fun. Gigantes. Who's this guy? Yeah, fire directly into his shin.
That was fun.
Alright. I got him. Well, we got him. Takes a village to kill a bunch of wild animals.
We hope you've enjoyed your trek across the breathtaking landscape of Emerald Vale, Terra 2's most fertile settlement and future breadbasket of Halcyon. Take a moment to enjoy this vista with a can of Spacer's Choice Saltuna before you make your way to Mighty Scylla,
Oops.
Halcyon's biggest asteroid.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button on my keyboard. Wait, I gotta go back to Scylla? No.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
Yeah, they're fine. Okay, let's go.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it.
I wonder if they could ever make a I mean, I don't know what it would be like, but like one of my favorite games of all time is FTL, and I wonder if they could make an FTL that's somehow like third person, like a combined. It's like like you know, I don't know what it would be. Maybe like Valkyria Chronicles style, where it's like
muting volume now.
Where it's like third person and strategy at the same time. Blank UDL card. So we gotta turn the power on, right?
Let's give these little fellas a wide berth, Captain.
Where's the remote? Oh, what? Oh, it's over there. Okay. The range on mines is ridiculous. Jeez, jeepers. What is that? Uh-oh. Is this part of that weird, like, cult thing we discovered? Where she mentioned pigs? I know that's this mission, but still, like, you know, that was crazy. Oops. Alright, all those things are gonna come kill me if I turn this on, so let's do it. Flushing toilets. Error flushing toilets. Oh, Altavita gas.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
Hi, Ada.
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape. I think not. The refueling system at Cascadia's landing pad logged your ship ID. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of Forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
Ooh, persuade.
Adjutant Akande? Oh, apologies for wasting your time, Captain.
I'll order my squad to stand down at once.
That's right.
Whatever business Mizukande has at the station, I hope to see it in your report one day. Safe travels.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station.
Aw, that
They
would have been fun to
appear
fight
be
them.
departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved him true.
Oops. Alright, that was funny. How's she doing?
That Chief Junlei sure seems well, huh?
Cute. How
Dust
you doing?
accumulation analysis. 2.5
Sam is the best.
years.
I'm a sucker for AIs like that, though. I like failsafe in Destiny so much. Every time I'm on, what, Nessus or whatever, and failsafe is talking, I'm like, this is the funniest thing in the world. Physics poster? No. So there's like enemies everywhere now, right? I was in here, right? What? Sam, you're freaking me out. Okay. Outside of the tank. Her password was her daughter's name. Uh-oh. I gotta go reread that. Is there a door? No. Wait, her password was her daughter's name. What was that? Angelica. Oops.
That's lively, Captain. Floor's got teeth.
What? You mean mines? Electro floor is online. Remain offline. Oh, it was this. Oh. One of these toilets is clogged, right? Okay. Sam, you can clean the toilet, right? Great. I'm assuming I have to fight everyone here, so let's do it.
Entering quiet mode. Scanning for C2547. Grade rated contaminants.
Or not, I guess. One of these things gonna attack me. Chimeric sciences. They were adding Raptidon DNA to humans, eh? Cool, cool. Uh-oh. Isn't this Parvati's mom?
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? Oh, the mission ain't it fierce.
Who's talking to me? Oh.
Don't we know Chartrand? From Cascadia? Where are we headed?
What? Can I open this door? What is that whole Angelica thing about? Oh yeah, wait, I never went up to the thing. Wait, what? That was it? I'm missing something. What am I missing? What was the whole toilet clog thing about? What am I missing? Oh, I see. Alright, well. Guess we get out of here. Doesn't this seem like a door? Alright, weird.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
Aww.
Welcome back, Captain.
Do you like Sam?
How can I be of assistance? Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
No. I would never let that happen.
You think you don't hear it, you don't feel it. I know better. I just wish you could stick up for yourself. Oh, Captain! Just doing some routine maintenance on our automech, friend. Don't mind me.
What? Remember how long it took me to get this?
Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was thinking about what you said afore, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
Uh-oh.
And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. Oh gosh, do you think so? I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here, she can relax. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me.
Uh-oh.
Covered
Is
in
this a My
engine
Fair
grease,
Lady
and I ain't
scenario?
showered in nigh on a week. Smell like sweat most days.
What do you mean? We have showers on the ship.
Don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for supplies.
Yeah, let's go do it.
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy
Oh
soap.
my god.
I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading for Groundbreaker.
I
for
gotta go to
something else.
Groundbreaker to return
You
on
don't
this
gotta
contract.
change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. Because I want to come with.
Sure. What's up with this guy?
Scanning for C2.
Alright, Sam's great. Boop. That was weird. Oh. Can I break stuff down? Nope. Let's get out of here. Wait, what am I carrying on me? Oh. Wait, so, oops. Wait, so, did I do that mission? Okay.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Let's keep with these two.
Have either of the assault cruisers ever put into Groundbreaker?
You kidding?
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me? I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished
We gotta
ship.
get refurbished ship, right?
Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny, miny, moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll go roses.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Wait, what? What was that dialogue option? What just happened? It's cute. I like Gladys.
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no milk.
I hope his fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish from Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets.
Yeah, we went there already.
Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
How's it going,
I
Tobias?
got no clue what half the junk on this desk is for, except the lamp. Improvise weapon.
Tobias is the best character in the game.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. That's right. Up until now, I've kept you in the dark for your protection, and more importantly, mine. But I'd like to think we've earned each other's trust. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I love this.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
What?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Your crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions? If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside. Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us,
making fun of synths from
Half-Life,
on
Monarch.
Fallout 4. I joined Sublight so I could do crimes.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep. Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know. If you don't believe me, Go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind.
Who?
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull. She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add Savior of Humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks. How much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Sheeple.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Alright, let's go talk to her.
Who's the sweetest boy? Who is it?
Error. Unable to process the specific customer service request. Please repeat the order.
Yeah, you are.
Stick Ellie if I'm doing doctor stuff. Right, so what's in my journal now? Alright. Let's do this. Sorry, I'm thinking about something else. Okay, let's go to the ship. Ada? Anything?
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Take someone to watch.
I'm gonna take not you, but her, because she knows Byzantium. Faux windows.
I only wish they weren't showing.
Spacer's Choice 2-hour energy brew. Watch out for hour 3.
Watch out for hour 3. Is this where I was? Yeah.
I'll sue every technician and employee.
Oh wait, that reminds me.
This damned device. Don't they know who I am?
Wait, what? I didn't know this before? Oh, wow. Wasn't I here? Alright, let's go figure this out. Angelica.
This reminds me of... Oh, never mind.
Your own parents' house? Oh. Who's with me? Let's do it. Ooh. Hello. You two are my friends.
Wow, look at the size of this basement. If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
I wish I could recruit her.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker. What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage. We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What crisis?
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
Who's this?
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. There are other teams. We didn't want to experiment on human test subjects, so we used the only resources we had. Each other. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
Yes, they
We
do.
haven't
I'm
made
Joe
enough
Biden.
strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
Yeah. Should I ask the two women who are here to help me for their opinions, or should I just decide on my own? Decide on
You
my
won't
own.
regret
I'm
this.
Joe Biden.
I'm still far from the breakthrough I need, but you're at least giving me a chance. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. You sure have an inflated sense of self-importance, but that doesn't make you wrong. Now move along.
100%
Doc has a lot of
persuasion,
work
huh?
ahead
I
of
love
him,
it.
tidying up and such.
Are you supposed to, like, fight all these people in here?
Carry on.
The board is our best and only chance of surviving.
Does it say medical
People
drone?
will learn to accept that.
Is there anything, like, cool around here?
Carry on.
No. Alright. That's the one downside for playing a talkie character. This always happens to me in Fall games. You just talk about everything ends so, not abruptly, but like, it's kind of like there's always, like even, what was it, Fallout had that, we had to fight Virgil, the Lonesome Road or whatever, and like there's this part where it's like, I will destroy you, and we're gonna have this big fight, and I was playing like a speech character, so I said, nah, let's just, you know, like, be friends, and Virgil was like, yes, and I remember going, what? And then people on the message boards of Fallout or New Vegas were like, this is the best fight, and he's a bullet sponge, and it took me forever, but like this is one of the best fights in Fallout, and just like stuff like that, or people being like, I didn't like the fight at all, it was too hard and too much strategy, and I was like, I just speech checked him, it took 3 seconds. So I don't know. It felt like that was like gonna be more something, but that's okay. Maybe Lilia will kill me. Didn't I have something else to do on this planet? No? Okay. Where's my ship?
Why was I built to feel ennui?
Ada is the best. Should I turn Phineas in? I should, right?
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can I just fast travel? What is the Subway logo? Oh, salvage and shipping. Oh.
Is it done? Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
Aww.
This is why I always ask for half my payment up front.
You think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
Time for you to move along. You keep lingering like this, I'm bound to get nervous.
Wait, so... I thought I could talk my way out of that again. No, we're still revering, though.
C&P near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast.
Okay, I'm gonna take a bathroom break and get the coffee drink I brought earlier. God, I'm so like tired all the time. All right, I didn't botch a thing, right? That counted as completion, right? Okay. So which one do we do? Scylla or let's go do this one. And let me save here. Okay. All right, I will be right back in just a little bit. Nope, we're not ending. Psych. Okay, there you go. You're up. I keep doing that. I'm back! Sorry. I'm gonna play for another maybe hour. Then I'm gonna go get I'm not getting anything. I'm gonna make dinner. Make myself dinner. And then maybe I'll be on later. I'm like super far ahead in my novel writing. So, which is good and bad because I didn't want to write a particularly long novel, but it's really fun to write. I'm really enjoying it. So, makes me want to write more and more and more and more. Oh yeah. Okay. Oops. Where's it going? Stellar Bay.
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. I... Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
That was adorable. How do I go to Olympus? I thought you couldn't land on a gas giant because it was made of gas and you would just fall into nothingness and get crushed. Typhon has nothing to offer the Halcyon colony. That's weird. That must mean there's like a huge base there. Wow, this game is so big. Alright, let's go to Stellar Bay.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
I like that your face is permanently stuck in the shocked.
What a mess! What a mess! Issuing sanitation ticket. Error! Refill printer paper.
I love Sam. I want to do Sam's quests. Who should I take with me? Let's go with Sam. Oh shoot! Ow! Who's this guy?
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be
I
new
never
to
actually
Stellar Bay.
did all the
You
quests
are
here,
new
did I?
right?
I kind of blew through all this.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
Is this the same voice actor as Tobias?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago. Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you?
Sure thing.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever.
I wonder if he's kin.
Only
Dad
Felix
had
was here for
family
this.
that worked for Rizzo's. I never got to meet them.
Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something? Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay. Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
I feel so dumb. I just like skipped all these quests.
If you want to talk to the boss, she's in the back of the warehouse.
Didn't I go in here? I guess not.
Well, well.
Great
Isn't
mustache.
often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger. Enjoy. If you
Oh, wait,
plan
I'm
on
a
sitting through
teetotaler.
Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few in telling them myself.
Oh my god, is she gonna
Now
join
what
my
can I
crew?
do for you? Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being
Nyoka,
here so
join my
often
crew.
herself.
Nyoka, join my crew.
And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks.
I'm in love.
Something else I can do for you? Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all. Nope. But a man can dream.
I don't want any of this. Nyoka.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there.
I love
get
Nyoka.
right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there.
Nyoka, join my crew, please.
Right.
Please join
What
my
are
crew.
you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Join my crew.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll.
Are you drunk? That's even funnier to me.
Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
I'm a teetotaler.
Another in a long line of damn fools trying to cut me off. I'll buy my own poison then. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
You're so drunk.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk
Oh
business.
my god, you're the best character.
I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
What?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month. on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You better join my crew.
That's quitter talk. You want me shooting straight? Give me my meds.
Nyoka, I love you. I love you. Let's go. 20,000 experience points. Wow.
Smells like wrapped in here.
Oh, it does work. I bought some mustard.
Hello again, dearie. What can I get you? Bless your little heart. You must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need, one pill does the deed. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Me?
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra? Except for you. I can tell. You've got one
That's
of
right.
those
I am good with
faces.
older people.
I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail? Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry. I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Gimme.
The one upstairs, where we store our medicines.
Give me the key.
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid.
No.
Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations. It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind.
Philosophist.
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
Just give me the key.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie. Chin up, dearie.
So... Didn't I already break into the door upstairs? I feel like I did. Oh, I guess I had enough lockpick. You know, let's go do the... Let's go fight the beast or whatever. I don't know. Let's just do it. I don't have a good reason.
Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the cannon.
You guys wanna fight?
Deploying odor neutralizing aerosol spray now. Time to take out the trash.
Got him! Here goes nothing!
Oh my god, that's a one-hit kill? Wow. Whoa. That's bananas.
Detected.
I'll fix you right up!
Unit's performance evaluation is sterling.
That acid gun is ridiculous. Can you upgrade Sam? I really want to upgrade him or something. Alright, where are these
Feels
beasts?
like the old bits outside of Edgewater. Used up, unneeded, left to settle into ruin.
Time to clean area estimated at 6 trillion, 549 billion, 852 million, 132,184 minutes.
Oh, what? Why is he just out here? Why is he like out? Like what? Shouldn't he be buried? Okay, that's weird. I don't know what to upgrade after I max out Y. Maybe nothing? Okay, what perks do I need? I don't know what perk to pick. I guess we'll go with this, even though it's not really Joe Biden-y, I guess. Well, I mean, it's not Joe Biden either, it's just gamey. Weird. So, why is his body out here? That seems crazy, right? That seems like they just gave up. Like, the developers are like, yeah, let's throw him on the ground. Alright, well, let's go back to the thing, I guess.
Sir. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back.
Chris Tucker?
He ran away and is going to get himself killed.
I don't got fire cord with?
No, a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the
days ago.
raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Yeah, let's help.
Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Yes, let's go.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home.
This quest would be hilarious
You
if there was
look for
just
him
a
in
dead
Amber Heights,
child.
you hear? It's
There's
down
no
the
children
road
in this game, is
southwest of
there?
town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouth. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Well, let's do this one first, because I want Nyoka member.
Wrap Musk and Canid Eyes, right here. Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick.
What?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth.
This
If
town
you're
is
going
awesome.
into
I
the
don't know why I
apartments,
skipped it.
Do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Wait.
The body's in the first apartment on the right.
It's a trap. Can I steal? No. Oh, sorry, I just came in your house and read your messages. Whoa.
Oh! Oh, sorry. Just spooked me, was all.
Body bag dispenser empty. Please replace sack reel before disposing of any corpses.
Is this like a murder investigation? Can I sleep here? What? What's this one? There's always like one hidden clue.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
I should switch Sam out for Felix. Actually, let's do that. Oh shoot! Ah!
Careful, your heart! Boss!
Why do I keep doing that? It's so stupid. Please don't take me back like 6 hours. There you go. Okay, yes, everything's good. Is this an elevator? Oh. Gotcha. They should put a railing here.
Hey, hold on there. Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in.
Sorry. Wow, I feel so dumb for, like... I should have done all the quests in here. This is like Edgewater. I landed at the other place and thought there just weren't
those rich people in Byzantium pay
a lot of quests. Alright, let's steal this. I also want this, though. Can I just keep stealing? Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Come to share a secret with Auntie Abigail.
Oh, really? No more dialogue choices, even? Alright, Nyoka, you better join my team.
Laws. Can a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
What?
What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment.
Who's this?
It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
This is like, I have a friend who's... Oh no, I shouldn't say that on stream.
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted. Well, you wouldn't know it from talking to anyone else here. High and mighty about our collective freedom. Free to wallow in the dust, more like. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
Oh wait, this guy's not gonna join my team, is he? Oh no, please don't join my team. Give me Nyoka, please.
Ah, the charmer. Welcome back.
Yes, you please join my team.
Chat or business?
Wait.
All of the above?
Can you dismiss people and then... Oh no. I wonder if everybody in the game with one name could join my crew.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here.
Join my crew. Stop being an alcoholic.
Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go. Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south
I forgot to do
and west,
that religious
mostly
mission
along the
too.
road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said,
oh no,
there's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Okay, we'll do her mission last.
I hope you like being part of our crew, Nyoka. We're real excited to have you.
Oh my god.
So, Nyoka, what's the ugliest thing you ever killed?
Oh, I still have nightmares about this one. Fiercest, most foul creature I've ever faced. Just shy of 7 feet tall, breath like a sulfur pool. A little slow, strong as a mountain. If I recall, his name was George, Gregory, I don't know. Some G name. He and a band of pirates tried to ambush me and mine on the trail once.
Wait, you're talking about a person?
Yeah, poor guy. I think my bullets did his face a favor.
Can we?
What's up? What's with the pleasantries? You want to know
I'm
something?
in love
Just
with you,
ask.
Nyoka.
I didn't. I was born into security detail.
And when the corporations abandoned this place, I stayed.
Oh gosh, I should have recruited you to my party immediately.
I mean, I wasn't sent off to school like I should have been. I was born here, and my parents kept me. Raised under the Monarch sky. Been breathing sulfur since I knew how to smell it. This place is all I know. Yeah, at first we all thought it was about damn time. I don't know if you've noticed, but Monarch ain't exactly easy on the spirit. Then it got uglier than a rat eating a sour grape. Everything that could have gone wrong did. Townships were promised evac shuttles that never came. Overland routes were attacked by marauders and wildlife. Supplies went missing, our equipment started corroding on account of the sulfur in the air. It was a fine mess. I don't know, but at least we'd have money to back us up. Supply shipments, food that we don't have to hunt down. Look at MSI, they're getting along fine. I have to think the corps could have made it work if they'd reprioritized. I'm not sure we need anything, Cap. We've had our growing pains, to be sure, but here we are. Still alive, still fighting. Long as nobody goes around trying to dismantle the whole thing, I think we'll be fine. Progress requires structure. Nobody's gonna build a sewer pipe or a road if they don't got a boss telling them to.
Oh.
The bureaucracy's necessary.
Well, you know, Joe Biden does appeal to black voters, so here we go.
Anytime, Cap.
Wait, I meant to talk to you. I'm in love with you. Where's the marry me?
I took a job once to clear out a rap nest.
I murdered most of the things
Partnered
on
up with
Monarch.
a fellow out of Fallbrook who called himself Dirty Don.
Dirty
Bit on the
Don,
shorter
huh?
side. Had a penchant for cards. Thing is, he introduces himself, and the man is immaculate, clean. He had a flowery presence to him, a pleasantness that didn't invade your space. He was just there, and you were glad for
Man,
it.
I wish Nyoka was around for the like color commentary on all the all the other scenarios. Like what interesting.
When we set out to hunt down the Raptidons, I found out firsthand where his nickname came from. Dirty Don killed those Raptidons with his bare hands. His bare fucking hands, Captain. He was a whirlwind of grotesque primal fury. In the end, he stood drenched in blood over the entrails of a dozen raps. If he had a scratch on him, I wouldn't have been able to tell. It was glorious. Day came when he tried to take on a Mantiqueen. Got himself eaten one limb at a time. Wonder if he tasted like soap. Oh well, live and learn. No matter how tough you are, if you're gonna fight something bigger than you, bring a firearm.
Yeah. Let's... You probably like a... Oh, she's a heavy weapon specialist, huh? Alright. Lie skill, huh? Cool. Nyoka, you're the best. Alright, so what mission am I doing? I'm so dumb for like completely skipping this town. But it does mean this game is pretty awesome for just like you can just skip whole towns.
Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir. Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries,
producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today? Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
What?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type.
Who's Sebastian?
Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. And some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell. Would you? I'd appreciate that so much. Maybe don't tell him I wanted you to ask. Just that you met this really nice lady named Celia, and she seemed... Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work. He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
How do I get in shape? I've always wanted, very rarely, I mean, I've always been a fat weirdo. I've always wanted to, I mean, I was in shape one time in my life, although the circumstances are not something I can repeat, because it was like, I was in shape because I was like depressed and just working out to get over that. And, yeah. So I think like I've never had a girl talk about me like I was some super handsome buff dude, obviously, because I'm not deluded. But when I was in shape that one time, a couple of girls were hitting on me, and they were like, they were like being so like, I don't know, like treating me like a meat or something. And I remember thinking to myself like now when I think back, I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably how. Well, actually, if I'm gonna tell the story, I was in pretty good shape for like 2 months or something, and I got hit on. I was living in Berkeley, California, and I got hit on by a bunch of gay men, and then a bunch of girls. And I'm not gay. I am straight, and but it was always interesting because the whenever gay men hit on me, I would get very uncomfortable, like especially if it was like very like, you know, forward. I would just get immediately like, oh no thanks, and I'd like freeze up. But when women did it to me, I would just be like, yes, good, everything is great. And I always thought, I don't know, it was always funny to me because I don't know. I think if you are used to being fat and people talking about you like you're so ugly all the time, it's just like a little bit of praise for your body or your physical appearance is just like, I don't know. It's like you live your whole life thinking you're like a mole that lives underground, and someone says, "Psych, you've won the Miss America pageant" or something. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's a weird aside. I can tell I have a lot of stories about my body and the way people talk to me, and they're very funny, but let's play the game.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
This girl's funny.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Alright, bye. Let's talk to this guy.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
This is the best character.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me. Celia, will you make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, Who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself? Out at Devil's Peak? If you're headed that far, I see you've brought the right woman for the job.
Nyoka?
Damn right.
But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
The third option is hilarious.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
I want to make you not...
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now.
So-called is right. We've got our hazards, but we're still here, damn it. The board took off without so much as a thought for the folks left behind.
That's the board's way. Doesn't matter if you're Monarch or the Groundbreaker. If the board can't control you, they'll find a way to punish you.
Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious. Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
Felix, shut the fuck up.
Monarch's a free planet, Felix. It's also fucked. I ain't a fan of the folks on the board, but if they could be wrangled to rebuild our roads, I'd welcome the help.
Your friend makes a good point, young man. I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious
There
plan
are like
to get
6
MSI
people having
restored to the
conversation
board.
in this game. That's interesting.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling
Oh
back
God,
to your
Felix,
old
stop.
masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
I'm doing it. Let me know.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
And a Mantisaur problem, and a Marauder problem.
I mean, I did murder most of them.
Many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
What is a Bolt 52?
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Yes, please.
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you until you said the phrase extremely powerful ordnance.
Thank you, Felix.
It is quite the rush.
Give me. What is it?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, these days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons. Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
Oh, world-class moron.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you? Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes. I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws. Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2, but back then it was known as Terra 1. As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards.
That ain't fair. They didn't leave on account of the hazards. They left on account of their cowardice. The hazards just gave him a reason to put to paper.
Sharp as ever, Nyoka. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out. Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to, but there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. That's what I thought. But the senior executives laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2 along with everyone else. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
Yeah, we get it, Felix.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their investments by leaving a lot of people here to die slow.
Nyoka has the right of it. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power to arrest an entire planet.
They would say it's for the greater good. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
I love these two talking.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. Indeed, we've got to consider realities, not ideals. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you?
Alright. I'm gonna do one quest real quick. Oh wait, I need to do this. Turn around.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
What is that? Ooh, I want that. Can't jump over this. What? No.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
Velma's gonna give me another quest too, I bet. Hey,
Look,
Velma.
you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Ooh, no.
Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
Uh-oh.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Can I get that poster?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts. We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free. Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while.
Wow, there are so many quests
Check
here
the
I
yacht
just
club.
skipped.
He's usually there. Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work. Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
Makes sense. I'm with the corporation.
If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate. You know, I hadn't thought of it that way. Last thing I need is Catherine mailing even farther up my ass than she already is. Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
If it's like...
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Okay, that's fair.
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows
so I
with her
can
money.
break in, huh?
Fine by me.
Alright. Who's this guy?
Carry on.
Wow, I just got like 6 missions, and I apparently did one without knowing I was doing it. Alright. Oh, Nyoka, you're so cool. Hi, Nyoka. Alright. So I'm going to stop playing for now, and I'm going to make dinner and eat dinner, and then probably after dinner, I'll come back and start playing again. Because I'm a little... I don't know. I want to beat this. Or not beat it, but I want to, I want to explore Monarch. I totally blew past Monarch. I don't know. I went to the other town and it didn't seem like there was much going on, but I barely explored this place. So, anyway. Alright, well, ta-ta for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next stream.